Okay, what is up, YouTube? It's your girl Bria.J, and I'm back with another video. This is a little different because I'm not vlogging, I'm not out of town, I'm not doing anything I'm usually doing. So let me tell y'all what's going on. And I'm sure you probably saw it in the title, but I am joining the Navy. I'm officially forged by the sea. So I just wanted to tell y'all all the details, everything I went through, the process, how long it took, and everything like that. And also, I'm just going to share my process. I'm aware my process is not like everybody else's. I'm aware everybody else isn't going to go through it how I went through it. And, you know, all of us go through different things. So I just wanted to come and share with y'all my experience. So let me get my phone. I started my process in like September, really October, early October. I got back from, I'm gonna say late September. I got back from a cruise and I was just like, I need something different. I ended up applying for Delta and I made it through like the third part and I didn't get the gig. And I was just really sad about it because like Delta is one of my dream jobs. I will work for Delta one day at some point, maybe when I retire from the Navy and everything. But yeah, so I didn't get that. So then my next course was Air Force. Air Force was a bust. Like, and nothing is wrong with the Air Force, but it was just, at least the recruiter on my side of town, he was never there. I texted him, called him. I was trying to get all the information I could, and like, it was just useless. Like, literally, it was awful. And then also the retention rate now for the Air Force is much higher. So a lot of people aren't leaving. So I knew that if I didn't hurry up with the process, I would talk myself out of it. So, I was like, okay, next course. So like where I live, around the area I live, where the recruitment offices are, there's like a plaza thing, and like all of them are in order. So like there's like Marines, there's Navy, there's Air Force, there's Army, and then like all the National Guard and stuff like that. And reserve officers are all on this like whole little block. So the first day I went to the Air Force office and stuff. He was not there. So I was like, well, you know what? Instead of just going home, how about I take a step into all the offices? So I went into the Army office. I went into the Navy office. And the only people who I didn't go see was Marines. I knew that that was not my life's goal or process. I knew I'm not made for that. So, and then I didn't go to reserves because I don't want to be like living like I live now. Like I wanted to do something like completely different. I want to travel. So I'm like, I definitely want to do active duty. So like that really wasn't a big conversation in my head, at least. So, okay. So then I ended up walking into the Navy office. I met my first petty officer, and he was so nice, and like everybody in the office was just like super nice. I don't know if that was their plan, but that grabbed me. Like Army, like they were cool, but like it just felt like organic and natural, and like I felt really, really good about being in the Navy office. They're nice. They helped explain things. I had questions that I'm sure they've heard 1,000 times. They didn't act like it. I heard, you know, like it didn't feel uncomfortable. It wasn't an uncomfortable situation at all. So, so first I got started with the process and everything. We start to chit chat. You know, you have to do height, weight, measurements, and all those good things. So when I first went in, I was overweight. So like late September, I found out I was overweight and I couldn't pass the tape measurement. So for my height, it says that I should be 150. Baby, I got thighs, I got hips, I got boobs, I got everything. I got the whole package. So I had to do the measurement portion. So if they'll measure your neck, they'll measure your boob, your bust, they'll measure your waist, your hips, and I think that's it. And then they put all the numbers together, and then you get your BMI. So my BMI was too high, so I went and I lost 15 pounds. I lost 15 pounds, and I got my BMI down. So this is like maybe like early mid-November now that I got the weight off. I literally like started fasting. I started like changing up my entire diet. So I did all of that stuff. And by mid-November, I was at the BMI. I could pass the tape test. So I'm not 150 pounds, guys. I went by the tape test. So my BMI was low enough now. I ended up telling my recruiter, I'm like, if we don't speed this up, I'll talk myself out of it. And I really, really will. Like, I'm one of those. Like, if I didn't get that process done immediately, I was going to talk myself out of it. Okay, y'all. I made myself a little drink so I can be calm my nerves and stuff. So let me have a little drink. So I told them I needed to get this process done fast. And also, I wanted to enjoy the holidays. So I was just like, I wanted to enjoy the holidays. So I ended up telling them, I'm like, if you can get me to Meps before Thanksgiving, I will be oh so grateful. My recruiter literally is thebomb.com. Like, honestly, just tell your recruiter exactly what you want. Like, do it your way. Like, I mean, everything's of course not going to go exactly your way, but like, I told him exactly what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do. I want to do this by this date. I want to be done with this by this. And I feel like he saw that I was putting in the work. I went and lost the weight and everything. So he was like, okay, like, you know, like she's clearly serious. I can get her to the next process or whatever. So I told him that I wanted to do Meps before the holidays. I went to Meps on November 23rd. Let me see. Yeah, I went to Meps on actually November 24th. I went the week of Thanksgiving. And okay, so now we can talk about Meps. Let's talk about Meps. So, oh, Asvab. Wait. Sorry, y'all. Asvab. So for Asvab, I actually haven't taken a standardized test since I was in high school. Like, it's been so long. Like, I graduated during COVID. So, like, I didn't want to go to school and be locked up in a room. I'm like, I'm not paying to go to college and, you know, like, I'm going to be locked up in a room. Like, I won't even get the full college experience. So I was like, I'm going to take a gap year. Then the next year came and people were still scared of COVID. So I was like, I'm going to take another gap year. And then that third year, I was just like, I'm living now. Like, at this point, I'm living. How old was I? 20 years old. So I'm like, I'm living life. At that point, I had started working at the bar. I was working like in nightlife. I was making great money. At this point, I'm traveling. I'm doing all this lit stuff. Like, I was having so much fun. I'm buying designer bags. Like, I'm getting me an apartment. Next thing you know, I had an apartment. Next thing you know, I had a new car. Like, life was just going well. Like, it did, at that point, it felt like I didn't even really need to go. So I was just like, okay, like, you know, like, I'm cool where I am at the moment. But I've been doing content for a while now, so maybe like 3 years, 4 years. So, but I've always wanted to do YouTube. Like, I have so many videos from when I was younger. I'm gonna try to find them. I have so many videos from when I was younger, like in high school, and like I always started off my videos and I was like, what's up, YouTube? Like, all my videos, I would start off saying, what's up, YouTube? So this was like a really bittersweet moment for me, honestly, because I was just like, I feel like I'm giving up on my dream. Like, I really, really want to do the content, and I went to God about it. I talked to God about it a lot, enough, I feel like. And I just feel like it's another way, you know, like I can get content while I'm on deployment. Like, I'll be able to travel and I'll still be able to get content. I could show them life in the Navy as Bria.J. Like, everybody has a different experience. So now you all are going to be coming on my journey as Bria.J. in the Navy. Hoo-yah, Navy. But yeah, so I'm not giving up on content. I will be back. I go to basic training this Sunday. So today is Monday, January 26th. And I leave for basic training February 1st. So it literally, like, it really, really just creeped up on me. It really didn't creep up, but like, it feels as if it did. So I'm doing a little going away party this Friday, the 30th. Like, I have some plans and stuff. So I'm excited about it. So this is going to be a great new journey. I wish I would have started off and told y'all this, but y'all are coming with me. Like, what? I couldn't bring y'all to Meps, of course. Like, I also was posting like mini little clips on my TikTok about Asvab, Meps, and all that stuff like that. So I'll make sure to either tag those videos in my description, or, well, yeah, they got music in the background, so I'll tag it, my TikTok, so y'all can see like stuff like that. So let me tell y'all. So when I realized that I was overweight and everything, I immediately ordered me an Asvab study book. So I started to study, and I also used this channel on YouTube. I want to tell y'all this channel because I feel like this is what really, really prepared me for the test. Like, how many times did I take it? Okay, so when I went in the first time ever to the recruitment office, they were like, do you want to take a practice Asvab test? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, I think you should just take it, like, so I passed it, but it wasn't a good enough score for me. The jobs I wanted, it wasn't going to be good enough. So I went back home. I went to the lab. I ordered that book. And baby, I studied for an hour every day. Every day I studied for an hour. If I was feeling good about the math area or the science area or wherever I had been struggling, I studied a little longer. Like, I just literally like locked in, and I went ahead and like got started on the process. So, let me show y'all. Grammar Hero on TikTok, I mean YouTube, is so good. Like, and like I would just pause it. This is what the like most of the videos look like, that red with the yellow house. I would just like play the video, let him tell me the problem, and then I would solve it, and then I would press play and watch him solve it to see where did I go wrong, did I get it right, why did I get it right. I will definitely recommend Grammar Hero on YouTube. Get you the Asvab study book and give yourself time. Like, give yourself grace. If you know you have a certain job in mind, do not take that first score you get. Had I took my first score, I would have never been able to do the job that I want to do at all. Like, it was nowhere near the score. So I definitely will say, make sure to study and take your time. Like, don't just take the first thing they give you, because maybe if you could do infantry, they're going to send you to infantry. If you want to go to the SEAL program, the nuke program, baby, they're going to send you right over there. Like, they're going to send you right over there. They don't care what you scored, hardly. So I would definitely say take your time and look into the jobs and see what you want to do. I'm going to tell y'all my job at the end. So, yeah, take your time. Like, if you know you have your mindset on a job, wait. Take your time. Like, do not just take any job because, like, oh, well, I'm already at Meps and the job I wanted, they didn't offer. I would wait. Like, I had my mind set on the job I wanted, and I got that job, and I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. So I would definitely say, take your time. Don't rush it. Don't let them rush you. They will rush you. Do not let them rush you. I went Godspeed the whole process. Every single thing that I found out, every single thing that I did, I prayed about it. I took my time. I hope y'all did not just see my ashy knee. Yeah, I took my time about it. I prayed about it. Every single thing. Like, baby, you can't rush me. You can't rush this. Can't touch this. Can't rush this. Period. So, okay, so after I studied for the Asvab, I went back to my recruitment office and I took another practice one. I took another practice one. This time I got the score I wanted. I got a 77. So, they held my score, and they told me when I make it to Meps, they're going to give me a short version of the test. And as long as I could pass that, I will hold that score. And I think if you scored 20 points over, they would add it to your score. So had I scored 20 more points, I would have had a 97. Basically, they would have added those points to my score. So, baby, I was just happy I passed, though. I was not trying to sit there for 3 to 4 hours and take the whole test again. I was happy with my score. I was honestly happy with the 77 because I had not taken a standardized test in so long and everything. So I was just like, I'm cool. And the job I wanted, I needed a 50, I think, like a 54 or something like that. So I was cool with the score I got. So now to Meps. I went the 24th on a Monday. I pulled up to the recruitment office, I want to say at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So my mom took me to get some breakfast. I went and grabbed breakfast that morning. And then I walked in the recruitment office. I brought my stay the night bag because I had to stay the night at the hotel because I don't live close enough to Atlanta Meps where they want you to drive. So I had to stay the night at a hotel. I pulled up. My recruiter then drives me all the way to the Atlanta Meps office. I get there. It was just so much going on. All the piercings, every piercing you have must come out. I had piercings, had to come out. I had a belly ring, had to come out. Earrings had to come out. Nose rings had to come out. Like, we literally had to take all that stuff off at the door. And you walk through metal detector, and then they also do this to you with one of those metal detectors. So if you're trying to sneak that piercing in, I don't know. I didn't sneak any in. I just took all my stuff out, and you know, I just did what they told me to do. I just took it out. Okay, so you get in. My day one, I had to wait in this long line, and I went in there to take the 10 questions to see if I could pass the same questions that they had already given me. And most of them I kind of remembered. As I solved it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember the answer to this 57. Or I remember the answer to this. It's like, woo. My bad, y'all. And I was just like, okay, like I couldn't remember most of them. So after that, you go back to the office. They sit you in this big waiting room. You have no phone. You have to wait for, if you're going to the hotel, you have to wait for everybody to get done. So if somebody took 5-6 hours on their Asvab test, we had to wait for them. We literally all didn't even get to leave until like the end, like the Meps office was closing. So then we got on a bus and we went to Meps. When we got to Meps, we met on like the side of the hotel. They had like a whole bunch of things guiding us to where we were going. And then we found out who our roommate was, what our room number was. And then you were able to go upstairs. You could go where the Atlanta hotel was for Meps. It was like a street full of food. So we were able to like walk and go get food, DoorDash, Uber Eats. And then we had a curfew. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember all the way, y'all. But if I'm not mistaken, our curfew was like 11 o'clock. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 11 o'clock. I want to say it was 11 o'clock. And then you had to be back in your room. And then that night we went to sleep and we had to wake up at 4 in the morning so we could be ready downstairs, eat breakfast, back on the bus, and back to Meps by the time they opened. We literally were standing outside of the Meps office before they even came outside. Like, we were ready to go. So boom, we get inside this day. Day 2 of Meps for me was the physical. So they pull you off from the front. And then they grab all the girls, they grab all the guys, and they split us up. Okay, now let me tell y'all what we did. We went in sections. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I did the urine test first. Like, we were all moving in different sections. I'm capped. I did the eyesight test first. And then I did my hearing. And they, like, put this headphone over you. And, like, it plays sounds out of both ears. And every time you hear a sound, you have to click. If you cannot hear well, if you cannot see well, it will affect the jobs you can get. Like, for example, you can't be a sniper and you can't see. Like, you know, like things like that. So I don't know about the hearing, but I remember them saying, like, if you don't pass these tests, it will interfere with the jobs available to you at the end of the process. So then you have to do the urine test. They do blood work. They poke your arm, take blood, making sure you don't have HIV and, like, you know, like just running your blood. What else did we do? Urine, blood work, eyes, ears. Okay, and then I think after that, we did the physical. We did. So the physical, you go into a room. It's like you and 4 other girls. It's like these little slots. You undress. They make sure to tell you to wear a real bra, not a sports bra, not anything like a real bra, like one with a cup. Wear that. And then underwear, bikini style underwear. Like, don't go in no thong. Don't go in boy shorts. Like, they want you to wear a bikini, like a bikini style underwear, a basic regular underwear that, you know, most people wear. You wear that. And then you all 4 of you, it will be in a room. This is how it went for me. All 4 of us are in a room. And then she told us to all come up, and then she took our measurements to make sure that we were still passing the tape test, still passing the weight test, like making sure you were passing everything. Then after that, you get called into a room with a lady. She's going to tell you to duck walk in your underwear, in your bra. They're going to have you bend over and cough. They will feel your bosoms and everything like that to make sure, like, they don't feel any lumps. They look in your ears. And I remember our recruiter telling us, like, make sure to clean out your ears the night before, because if they're dirty, like, they won't look in your ears. Clean your ears. They put the thing up your nose, like, looking in your nose. Open your mouth, they look in your mouth. And then they have you take your underwear off. If you're a woman, this is what I did. They have you take your underwear off, and then they lay you back on the thing that be in a doctor's office, and they put the white paper on the bed or whatever. They make you take your pants off, and then they open your legs and examine your vagina. Yeah, like they examine your vagina, like spread it out and like look at your butt and everything. They do a lot though, y'all. It's very invasive. Like I can't really put it like this plainly put, like it's very invasive. So boom. Finish all that, and then you go back to the waiting room. So at this point, like the guys and the girls are meeting together again. Oh, they also took our blood pressure. They took our blood pressure when we first walked in. That's one thing I forgot. Blood pressure. So then when you come out of Meps, I don't know how it goes for people who did not pass everything. I passed everything on my first day. Thank God. Like I passed everything. I didn't have any hiccups. Like the process went very, very smooth for me. So I don't know how it works if you needed anything to do with your actual body. Now, I did have problems after this. So hold on. So after you came out, there's a man, and the lady who does your physical shot, okay, put your clothes back on. And then she's going to tell you, hey, you're good to go. You're good to go. And you can go to the guy at the desk. And then there was this guy at the desk. He entered in a whole bunch of information. He did this, that, and the third. Then he sent us back to the original waiting room where everybody was waiting with no phone, and we were watching random cartoons. Okay, cool. So when I made it back there, I noticed that everybody, I walked in the office, and then they were like, okay, we about to call you back in. And then after that, I realized 30 minutes had went by, and an hour had went by, and an hour and a half that went by. And I'm like, what is going on? Mind you, I was the first person, one of the first girls to come out from Meps because I had passed everything the first time through. I had no waiting. I'm like seeing other people who I finished before, like go in, and I'm like, hey, did you just pick your job? And they're like, yeah, I just picked my job. Like, I'm gonna go. I'm like, what? Mind you, I'm still waiting, and I was like the first person. So like all this time is passing by. So at this point, I'm getting like restless. So I like walk back in the office. I'm like, hey, what is going on? Like, because they told me that the jobs are very limited, and I wanted a medical job. So they told me that the jobs were very, 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 very limited. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope that they're not picking medical. Mind you, most of the girls who I saw in the beginning, like when we were all kind of chit-chatting, they're all talking about how they want to go medical. So I'm like, oh my God. Everybody's going in front of me. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong. Come to find out, I have a neck tattoo. So to me, this is not a neck tattoo, but I do have a tattoo behind my ear. I hope y'all can see it, but it's very tiny. That's what was holding me back. So I ended up needing a waiver for it. So my recruiter had to call in and work his move. I don't really know what they had to do. And then the lady ended up asking me, I was like, can I please like pick my job? Like I'm stressed right now. Like, because if I don't get the job I want, I would just go home. Like I know I'm just going to go home. I'm not staying because I'm not going to pick a job I don't want. So she's like, let me see the tattoo. Like, let me see how big this neck tattoo is. I'm like, it's barely even a neck tattoo. But they consider that a neck tattoo. So she was like, oh, girl, this small little tattoo. So she approves it, and then I get to pick my job. So I ended up going with my rate is HM. Hospital corpsman. So, yeah, I'll be like taking people's blood pressures, like, and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to remember everything. Hold on. They're going to give you a notebook too, like that has to do everything with your job. Do this have any of my information on it? Okay. Hospital corpsman. So let me tell y'all what my job will be. So I really want to do dental technician or dental assistant. They told me that if the job opens up before I go, it's really cutting it close now, but they'll move me to it, or medical assistant. But I can also always move my way up with this, so it's cool. Because I also plan on going to school. I will be using that GI Bill, baby. Taking advantage of it. So let me tell you, it says this is a 5-year program, and then it says what they do. I'm going to tell y'all what we do. Assisting in prevention and treatment of disease and injuries, caring for sick and injured, administering immunization programs, rendering emergency medical treatment, instructing sailors and Marines in first aid, self-aid, and personal hygiene procedures, transporting the sick and injured, conducting preliminary physical examinations, performing medical, administrative, supply, and accounting procedures. Oh, I'm running out of breath. Maintaining treatment records and reports, supervising shipboard and field environmental sanitation and preventative medicine programs, supervising air, water, food, and habitability standards. Habitability standards. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. And then I'll be in San Antonio, Texas for A school. So Sunday, I'm leaving for Chicago for basic training. I'll be there for 9 weeks. I plan on knocking this out the way. And then after that, they're going to send me to my A school where I'll learn my job. And I'll be there for 19 weeks. Hold on. How many months is 19 weeks?
The answer is 4.37 months.
So like 4.5 months I'll be there. So I graduate. So like basically this is going to take up all of my 2026, y'all. So I leave for basic on February 1st. So let's do 1 and then 2. And then I graduate like, let's say I graduate April 10th. I'll be going straight to, I'm going to do 15. I'll be going straight to San Antonio. So I'm going to count 4 months from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by August, I should be graduating A school and headed to my duty station. I'm very nervous about this, my duty station, because I feel like I love my family and I'm very, very close to my family. So I'm just kind of nervous about like where I'll be stationed and everything. And yeah, but I'm blessed. I'm grateful for this opportunity and everything. And I feel like it was a very easy process and stuff like that. So I'm very happy about that. But I'm just very hesitant and I'm not worried, because if I was worried, that would mean that I don't trust God with my plans, and I trust God with my plans. I'm just, like I just don't know what's next. I'm just going to say that I don't know what's next. And I feel like that's human nature to, kind of be concerned or, like thinking about what's after. So for my wish list, I do plan on putting, I don't really care for Florida. I've been in every part of Florida in the whole wide world. I don't care for Texas. I don't want to go to the Carolinas. So only place that like I've never really been and would excite me is California. So, and I only would want to go to San Diego, and I would only want to go to San Diego because the beach, I love Cali music and stuff like that. Shout out Kalon for real. Shout out Snoop Dogg. Shout out Tupac. Shout out Bino. Shout out to the baddies. Shout out India Love. Shout out Lauren London. Shout out Nipsey. Like, I love Cali. Like, I love Cali culture. My sister's actually from Cali, born and raised. And there's also another place there called Camp Pendleton, and it's Oceanside, California. And my sister's from Oceanside. But I don't really want to go to Oceanside. I probably like San Diego would probably be the best bet for me, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and act like it ain't what it is. I'm a party girl. I like to turn up. I like to vibe out. I like to hang out with my friends on the weekend. I like to, I like to live like me. So I plan on putting San Diego for my number 1. And then for my number 2, I plan on putting Japan. And number 3, I plan on putting South Korea. So those are my top 3. That's really all I have for y'all. I leave for basic training this Sunday. So this is going to be my last video before I ship out. When I come back from basic training, I hope this video is like lit. I hope that I can be, like somebody else's motivation to go, or maybe this information made you feel good about going to the Navy or joining any armed forces. I hope that this information is helpful to you. Just knowing that the process is not easy, that it won't be easy. I hope that you push through all of it, despise everything. I was overweight when I started. I lost the weight. I got pushing. Like, I did everything that I could do so I could do this process. So I will say, give it all you got. Push through. I was pretty discouraged when I was overweight and everything, but I went ahead and I lost that weight. I pushed through every other process and everything else was cake. So I'm hoping basic training goes just as well. And also, let me show you all, show you what else I got at Meps. So they give you this notebook, which had my job and what I'll be doing. This is proud parent of a sailor. My parents is not putting this on the Escalade, baby. It's not going on that BMW or that Charger. They might put this on the refrigerator or something. Then this says welcome abroad. Land a promotion. I was able to land a promotion because I didn't have anybody to go in with me or like put my name down. This says scan here to do. I'm actually going to scan this because I don't think I paid attention to that. And I don't know what information it could be giving me. And then this information is personal. So, yeah, y'all can't see this part. But. And then I'm going to show y'all what else I got. They gave me a few little gifts. So. And also, my uncle is in the Navy. On my dad's side, I have an uncle who is a veteran on my dad's side. My cousin is in the Navy. I have 2 cousins in the Navy. And then I have an aunt in the Navy. So, like, I guess we're a Navy family. Yeah. But I ended up telling somebody that. And I was like, yeah, like, I was telling them all the people I have in the Navy. And they're like, oh, so y'all are a Navy family. And I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, yeah, like, like some people's family, like, they all go to the Army or they all go Marines. Or so, like, yeah, I'm a Navy family. So, yeah, I'm a part of the Navy. And then I have this pen, Navy, forged by the sea. Who y'all Navy? And then you get this little bag. I put this in the bag. So this I was holding when I was there. And then I have this water bottle. I have not even opened it. I have so many water bottles. But I'm going to take it with me for basic training or whatever. So I have this Navy water bottle. They gave me this t-shirt. And I have to wear this t-shirt every Wednesday. Hoo-yah, Navy! I have to wear this t-shirt every Wednesday when I go work out with my recruiters in them. Oh, yeah. And that's it. And then this is the little drawstring bag. I'll probably bring it with me. When I go to basic training or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to make a YouTube video packing my bag for the Navy. I'm going to think about it. Because I've been hearing so many mixed things about what you can bring, what you can't bring. Don't bring anything. They're going to provide it. Just dress warm. I don't know. So, I don't know. I might do a TikTok video. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok though. That's where I put like most of my like fast-paced things, because I will be doing a mini vlog on my TikTok for when I leave, when I ship out, because I cannot bring my camera with me and I don't want to go back to phone quality after I've already upgraded to my Osmo. So yeah. I'll be doing a little TikTok video when I leave. And that is all I have for y'all. So, yeah, it's your girl, Bria.J. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget. Blow this video up so when I come back from basic training, I could tell y'all all about what I did, how I did it. And we're going to be in Chicago. I'm in Chicago. Chirac. So, yeah, I'm going to go to Chicago. And the next time y'all see me on this channel, I will be done with basic training and headed off to San Antonio, Texas for A school. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Sincerely Bria.J. My TikTok is the It Girl 01. Or is it like, hold on. The It Girl 2001. This is my TikTok. That's my TikTok. The It Girl 2001. And then my Instagram. This is my Instagram. Sincerely Bria.J. I'll make sure. I don't think it showed y'all. Yeah, there we go. I'll make sure to put all this stuff in my description down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all once this new journey gets started. And I'm so happy to bring you all with me. Bye, guys.